Madeline Carnes.
Hunter.
My name is Vanessa Adams.
Amanda.
I'm the director of the library.
Susan Armstrong.
My name's Carlene Morrison.
Hi, I'm Corey.
I am Georgette.
My name is Babetta, but everybody calls me Babs. I love the fact that the library has something for everybody.
Anyone can come here. Everyone is welcome.
It's not just for older people. It's not just for younger people.
And you don't have to have any reason to be here. If you just need someplace to go, this is the place to come.
It's a place where you can go and find things that people have imagined, and because I believe that all books are things about imagination and creation and just beautiful things. So it's just a lovely place.
The people, the books, and the atmosphere, just the fact that everybody enjoys coming to the library.
The library is a place of endless possibilities. You never run out of books, and here you never run out of movies.
I love the ambiance of the library. I love the smell of the old books and the coziness. You can get between the stacks and you're all alone in a world of your own. And I love the hushed quietness of the whole thing.
It's just been a sanctuary to me my whole life.
It doesn't have anything to do with how much money you have or how little money you have.
I think the library is a very magical place.
And it's also, I believe, the only place you can go that doesn't cost money.
I think what's so special about libraries is just the fact that anyone can come in and anyone can get the resources that they need. And so it really levels the playing field for public education.
Explore all different kinds of worlds and meet all different kinds of characters.
We still have that one-on-one aspect, and I think we need more of that.
Well, I started in the library at a very early age with my mama, my brothers, and my sister, and that was pretty special, just remembering all that.
I worked in the library when I was in high school, and I loved the orderliness. You know, there might be 2 or 3 different ways to do one thing, but mostly there was just one way. So once you learned how to do that, you knew you were going to do it right, and everybody else was going to do it the same way you did. So it was easier to do things that way.
Well, I have really good memories of growing up in Searcy and going to the library. We would go to story time, and there was like a conversation pit style area. And we would sit around there and listen, and I just had really good memories of that.
I have always gone to the library. My mom was very, very invested in having me learn to read at a very young age, and so we would travel to the library. It wasn't that far, but we would go there all the time, and I'd just get a huge stack of books that I loved, and I was so excited every time I got to go. And I do the summer programs, and I went to my school library, and I just loved it. I've always been around books, and I love it.
And it's just one of my safer places. It's probably one of the first places as a small child that I got to pick out what I wanted to read.
Whenever I was a kid, we were homeschooled, so coming to the library was a big deal for us. It was like the highlight of the week. We would go grocery shopping on Thursdays, and my mom would drop us off here while she went and did shopping.
So when I was little, my mom signed me up for the summer reading program, and so I got to come every summer, and I always read stories by Miss Pillow, and it was something I always looked forward to, and so it's just awesome being able to come back and work here.
Well, I grew up in Jonesboro, and I went to the Craighead County Public Library, and I remember, we went often because my mother was a reader, and I loved to read, but I remember especially in the summer when it was really hot outside, we would go in and I would sit on the cool tile and grab a stack of books and read them, and it was just the best feeling, just being inside and being cool and getting to read. It was just, I loved it.
Ever since I can remember, first grade, I have been going to the library and getting books and whatever, but I come from a very long line of readers, and so I've spent a lot of time in the libraries since I was very little.
It's my coworkers, how kind they are and how reliable they are.
I love all the space in it. I mean, it's just so spacious. I love the fact that we are now so handicap accessible, And just on a minute level, I love the fact that we have this water fountain that I can refill my water with. And so I'm trying to drink more water. So that's really handy, being able to just go to the water fountain and refill my water bottle. So I find that great.
Seeing the faces of the children when you find the book that they're looking for, I think is the most special thing.
Well, the children's section would be my favorite place. I love it there in the little cubbies and how colorful it is. And I love it when it has kids in it because they're fun and they're excited, and that's what I love.
This library is beautiful. I really like the open concept of everything, and it's just really nice.
Oh, definitely the staff. They're the best people I've ever met. I feel like they're family. They're hard workers. We all get along really well. And also my second favorite thing about the library is our cafe. We have lunch and coffee, so anytime we want to get lunch, we can go 2 steps from my office. I can go get lunch, and I love it.
This library is very special to me because I work here.
My favorite thing about this library is the teen lounge, because there's not really a lot of teen exclusive safe places here in Batesville, and so just having that option has been really awesome, and I've used it a lot.
I love the cubby holes in the children's department. They're a lot of fun. My grandkids love them, and I like all the people that I work with.
It's like a dream job. So this library particularly is special because it's pretty.
Since we moved into this new building, we added so many new services. It's kind of hard for me to answer that question, but I kind of want to take some of the programs that we have and kind of run with them, maybe add some more newer ones, maybe add some more programming for adults.
Well, I'm ready for the library to reopen. After the quarantine and after COVID-19 has leveled out and we're able to reopen, I'm looking forward to new programs, and I'm looking to teach more computer classes and just try to get more people in the library and more involved with what we do here in the library.
I'm really excited about getting more programs going. I really like film, and I've really enjoyed hosting a movie club, but I'd really like to do more programs related to that and more genealogy workshops.
Well, I'm the volunteer coordinator, and I would love in the future, especially when this pandemic is over, for volunteers to go to the nursing homes and assisted livings to read to the residents there. I think an adult story time would be great, and I think the residents would love it.
I'm really excited just to open back up and get patrons back in here, because I know they've been calling and asking when we're going to open up, and we miss them just as much as they miss us.
Well, I'm excited about the doors opening again. I think that would be brilliant. I'm ready for that to happen, and I'm ready to do my programming again in person. I think that would be so much fun, and I can't wait for that to happen.
Getting to open back up so all the people can come back in.
I just want us to be fully functioning again and being able to incorporate new programs and new opportunities. Just get the people back in here.
Currently, just reopening and being able to provide the services we normally do.
I'd like to see some small groups from the community come utilize our space and just kind of meet and like coffee clatch.
I think we need more programs for the adults, the older adults.
Maybe come have a cup of coffee at our cafe and like knit.
Material security.
We need more room for books.
I would love us to have a bookmobile, because a lot of the patrons are older, or else they don't have a way to get here, or they don't have Wi-Fi. And if we had a bookmobile, we could go to them, and we could have laptops for them to use whenever they needed to do something on the computer without them having to come to the library. We could go to them.
It would be really awesome if we had a 3D printer. I've seen some libraries that have those, and it's really cool.
I would like to have an entire floor of children's. All children's, just one big huge department, because it could never be big enough for me, because I think that's what would be wonderful. But of course, that is just a dream.
I'd really like to have a room that's soundproof that people could use for like a studio if they wanted to make music or a podcast or anything.
Well, I would love to have a swimming pool, but I'm not going to get one. So, I don't know. I think just more programs, just more reasons to get people in here is what I hope to see for the future.
Honestly, I think we have pretty much everything that someone could need.
But I would take a swimming pool too.
I fell in love with this author when I was going into college, and her name is Tamara Pierce. She writes fantasy. She always writes such strong, powerful people, and I love her writing. Who doesn't want a strong, powerful woman? I'm sorry.
J.R.R. Tolkien, Pseudonym Sposh.
My favorite author is Jennifer Holmes. She wrote the Baby Mouse books, which is in the BAM section, and she's my favorite because I got to meet her when I was like 7, and she's like a big inspiration to me, so that's been one of my favorite memories.
My favorite author right now is William Landay, and I just really like the way that he writes, and he's written only 3 books, and they're all really good.
My contemporary favorite author is Ann Patchett. She's still living, and I've never read anything of hers I didn't love. And probably my favorite author who is no longer living would have to be Shakespeare, because he was perfect.
R.A. Salvatore, and he is absolutely my favorite author.
Well, I've got several favorite authors: Stephen King, Daniel Steele, John Grisham, Nora Roberts. That's just a few of my favorites.
Yes, my favorite author is Tammy Hogue. She is an excellent mystery writer.
Okay, that's loaded because I have a lot of them. My classic author would be Edith Wharton. I love her. She's amazing. And for kids, middle grade, I love Kate DiCamillo. She's brilliant. I love her. She's really in touch. And I love Jerry Spinelli. He's also really in touch with that age group. And also, the queen is Madeleine L'Engle. She's wonderful. So that's a lot of authors, but I love them all.
Actually, my favorite book, well, one of my favorite books, because I have so many, but is A Little Princess by Frances Hodges Burnett.
Oh, well, again, that's hard. House of Mirth for Edith Wharton. My favorite, Kate DiCamillo, I cannot narrow it down, so just all of hers. And let's see, Wrinkle in Time. I think it's wonderful. So those are good ones. Let's stick with those.
My favorite book right now is Ring by Koji Suzuki. I definitely recommend it if you're into horror or mystery.
Favorite all-time book was Wuthering Heights. I read it in high school, and it continues to be my favorite.
Oh, that's a difficult question for me, but I guess my favorite book is the Bible.
My favorite book is The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck, which we have here if anybody is interested.
I have actually 3 favorite books. The Bible is the best book I've ever read, but the second book is The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman, and the third is actually a middle grade book. It's actually a chapter book, and it's called The Naming of Tishkin Silk by Gilda Millard. It's beautiful, stunning book, and those are my 3 favorite books.
My favorite book, I checked it out last summer from the library, is called Love and First Sight, and it's about a boy who's blind. And then he meets a girl and they fall in love, but then he gets the chance to get his eyesight back. So.
My favorite movie is The Fifth Element. I love Bruce Willis, and in this one, you know, it's set in the future, but it's funny. It's just got a lot of funny parts, and I love that.
Coal Miner's Daughter.
My favorite movie is The Sound of Music.
Hands down, Frozen 2, my favorite.
My favorite movie, I actually have some favorite movies, like the Harry Potter series and Twilight. I like that. And I like a lot of the Kendrick Brother movies. If I had to choose one movie that I could watch over and over again, it's gonna have to be How to Train Your Dragon.
My favorite movie right now is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yes, I Love You. It's got humor, it's got heart, it's got a little bit of all the feels in it. for me, it's almost been business as usual. We're still getting new books. We're still getting new DVDs. I have been every single month and almost every single week getting new books in and processing them and getting them ready for people to check out. I love it, all the new books.
I've been taking a lot of calls from patrons at the circ desk, so when you call, it might be me that picks up, and I've been making sure that everyone gets their books and DVDs and what they want.
Well, outside the library, I've had some time on my hands, so I've been painting rooms inside my house. And I'm also writing a novel, and so I've been trying to do that. I've been trying to concentrate and finish my novel.
Recataloging books.
Lately, I've been recategorizing the books in the genealogy area and just making sure that it's ready when patrons come back.
Well, since we were all furloughed and we were working part-time, my job was still the same here. Nothing changed while we were furloughed. So I've been pretty busy doing that. But at home, I've been getting to spend a lot of time with my granddaughter, and that has been very special. And we've been very thankful for that. And we've been doing a lot of projects at the house, like yard work and just a bunch of things with my husband.
A lot of stuff. We've been shifting stuff around, recategorizing stuff, spine labels, new spine labels on our books, just making it more user-friendly for our patrons, I believe, to find the materials that they're looking for, and also to help us keep things in a more orderly fashion. Less chaos, more fluent.
Well, lately, since we have been closed, I have been doing a lot of recataloging in our system to work on some things that we're trying to make a little bit easier and more user-friendly in the library for when the patrons come in. So I've been working on some of that, and I'm working on getting my storytime videos together again because we are starting again. So I'm working on that. So that's it. Well, I want to say that we miss you, and I especially miss my kids who have not been here, and I have not seen them, and I just love them, and I hope they're all doing great, and I hope to see them again soon.
I want to say welcome back to the library, and we have missed all of you so much.
I just want to tell you guys to hang in there. Please be safe, wear your mask everywhere you go, and wash your hands. And I cannot wait to see you all again. I'm so looking forward to the days when this library is noisy again and we have children running and we have to tell them to stop running because that means they're in the library. I just really miss seeing you all, and I can't wait to see you soon.
We miss you. We miss your smiling faces. We miss you coming in and talking to us and bringing your kids in here, and we just miss our patrons.
Change is inevitable, but humans are the master adapters, and we can get through this together.
We miss you, I miss you, and just be safe out there and we'll get through this together.
We miss you all so much, and we just can't wait to open our doors back up and get you all back in here and see your smiling faces.
I want to say that we miss you all, and I miss seeing your faces and getting to visit with you. And I just want to say, don't lose faith. Eventually this is all going to be over, and we're going to get back to normal, and we'll see you soon, hopefully.
Hurry back. Hang in there.
Have a great day, everybody. I miss you. Come see us.